just want to be the hottest, best version of myself, and I know I can do it if I just... Welcome to the story of me trying to get it together, pick up the pieces after running myself into the ground, and figuring out what the best version of me actually looks like. How it's going. I should just give up now. Emphasis on trying. I need to change my life again, and you're gonna make sure I do this time. Hi guys, I'm Chrissy. If you're new here, welcome, nice to meet you. If you're returning, welcome back. We're not going to talk about it. We're just gonna pretend that I've been here this whole time. Let's just get straight into it, guys, because I've had it. I'm so frustrated with myself, and I cannot believe I'm here again. Now you might ask, Chrissy, you've come in so dramatic. What's wrong? I had the biggest skin flare-up I've ever had, the second cold that I've had in 6 weeks, a headache that lasted 3 days. I have a constant habit and cycle of letting myself go, getting unwell, looking a hot mess, and then being sad because I feel and look a hot mess. Now, how do I get here? I overwork, I burn myself out and pretend I'm fine. And I'm just like, bruh. If I continue like this is how I'm gonna be forever. Not to get morbid, but we hear those stories all the time of people overworking, stressing themselves out, getting like heart diseases early, stress-related illnesses. There is no point in me working myself into the ground and not be around to enjoy the fruits of my labor. There's no point of going this hard if I'm going this hard and sending myself to the grave. Something has to change. And if I don't change it now at the ripe age of 27, I'm a little concerned that it will never change. So, with that being said, hello, welcome. You've now taken responsibility over my well-being, and if you too would like to change your life, say I. I volunteer as tribute. Step 1, taking a deep look at what's wrong, look at all the damage that I've done, and see where my health is at on a wider scale. I'm really trying to make an actual active change here. Like, I don't want this to just be aesthetic. I'm genuinely concerned about what's going on and why I'm constantly having these roadblocks, because at this point, I like to work hard. I'm very deeply invested in my work and what I do, but it feels like my body's fighting against me, which means to actually change my life, I need to figure out what's going on. So, game plan. Find out what's wrong, get it fixed, and then build a lifestyle that I can actually maintain. I actually went to get a full body health scan. I found this place called Neko Health, and guys, it blew my mind. Coming here literally felt like something out of a Black Mirror episode. They're a health tech startup, so they have the whole futuristic aesthetic on lock. It was giving the Lumen offices in Severance. Their whole spiel is preventative healthcare by gathering a gazillion data points. They started by taking my weight and height, and then I stepped into the full body skin scanner that takes thousands of detailed 2D, 3D, and thermal images to map every mole, vein, and mark on your body. It was insane seeing this come to life. After that, I did a blood test to check cholesterol, blood sugar, inflammation, oxygen levels, and more. I also got a grip strength test, my eye pressure measured, scans of muscle tissue, followed by an ECG to monitor my heart. And then 15 minutes later, I was sat with a doctor going through the results. I'm just leaving my Neko Health appointment, and that was by far one of the coolest experiences I've ever had. And I feel like, oh, can I go this way? Yeah. I feel like I love stuff like this because it is preventative, and you kind of get a lot more detail in time spent with someone talking through your results than if you were to, for example, go to the GP for a 10-minute appointment and have to kind of like rush through what you're saying. And if nothing's really wrong, they don't really look into things. Whereas their whole thing is like preventative healthcare. And of course, it's better to deal with the problem before it's too late. And as suspected, my immune function is a bit lower than they'd like, and they also want to get me tested for like any autoimmune issues. So she's sending that over in my notes so that I can look into that further with my GP, which is like, it's not that it's validating, because I knew that I was like constantly being in all the time, again due to my own lifestyle choices, but it is validating that like I'm not crazy, if that makes sense. Because you could be like in sick all the time or always feeling like something's wrong with you, but to know that like, yeah, no, something's actually wrong just feels, yeah, more validating. There's something I can actually do to change it, which obviously after I chat this morning, I need done. But yeah, we'll speak more when I'm home. Most things were normal. They actually also said I was stronger than 80% of women my age. My heart is also younger than I am. I love a good compliment. I was just sat there like, okay, maybe I'm not that bad. However, my immune system is lower than it needs to be. My iron levels are okay, but a little bit lower than they need to be. My inflammation is a little bit higher than it should be, and I need to get more sleep, which obviously I could have figured out that I should probably sleep a little bit more. I think one of the most frustrating parts is that Again, they said I was strong. I know this, like I'm quite athletic. I can have a good gym routine. I like eating healthy, but it's like my specific lifestyle habits, how I will literally pour everything into work and then forget myself. It's constantly catching up with me. These things are completely avoidable if I value myself enough and just make better decisions about taking care of me. And it's so strange that it's not even strange, it's frustrating that I find those things difficult to do. Like, I would prefer to stay up later, get less sleep if I can get more work done. I tend to treat the gym as secondary because I'm like, I need to finish all of these things before I can go to the gym. I will literally not cook if I have work that I need to get done. I'd rather just order something. And I think because I've focused so much on being efficient in work, I've let everything else go. That gets you quite literally nowhere. And that's the quickest way to, again, burn out. I'm trying to break what could potentially become a really toxic habit where I'm running myself into the ground in the name of capitalism. And this is my first step, kind of being open about what that looks like. And it's so strange. A lot of what I talk about is living intentionally and like trying to be the best version of yourself. And in my head, I guess, to me, that always meant trying your hardest and being the best at work, but sometimes that does look like resting. I didn't realize how, I don't want to say toxic, but like I can admit it might be a little toxic to view work and myself this way and to put work on a higher pedestal than I put myself and my health. And I don't want to be like that anymore. And I think the best way to do that is to kind of say it out loud, because I think the more that I speak, the more I'm realizing what a big problem it actually is. And I hope that I look back at this video in like 10 videos time or in a year's time and I can be like, I don't even recognize that girl. I can see what that better version of myself feels like, because I know I can get there, but it just takes the discipline and the mindset shift to do it. And I want to, like, I just want to be the hottest, best version of myself, and I know I can do it if I just flip and get a grip. So yeah, I want to document that. If you'd like to watch or join the journey, then be sure to subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, and I gotta start putting me first. I gotta put me first, Lucian. I don't know where this is gonna go. Like, I don't know how hard it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be easy. I want to share what that actually looks like, because I think it's sold to us as something that's super easy and you should just wake up and be this hot girl with this Lululemon matching set and drinking 10 liters of water a day. But I'm committed to the cause. So with that being said, welcome to my living well-ish diaries. Let's see where this goes.